The 12-step recovery program was invented by Frank Bachman over 100 years ago and is now used around the world for dealing with many addictions beyond the dependency on alcohol that it was initially created for. Many other programs for substance dependency have been invented since then, but the 12-step program remains the most popular on the entire planet. Frank Bachman was a Christian minister who got the idea of this program from attending an evangelical convention in Britain. And it's not surprising that his step number 2 of the 12 is faith in God. After this program was proven to be effective and was gaining popularity, it started being used outside of churches. Given the rampant anti-religious indoctrination in today's culture, many have tried to take the element of faith out of the program, but they couldn't. They believe that there is someone higher than you to whom you must obey and who helps you is the cornerstone of the entire program. In order to attract people who consider themselves non-believers, the word God was replaced in the program with higher power. As we said in the last segment, this is exactly the same thing, at least in the Jewish understanding. But this substitution of synonyms satisfied those who complained. We are lucky that most of those who have problems with religion know so little about it that they don't even know that God and the higher power is the same thing. Just imagine a person is in a terrible situation. He's mired with addictions. He wants to get rid of them, probably tried already many times before and failed. The most popular and effective program says that without faith in a higher power, this will be much harder and maybe even not possible for him to do it. As I often say, there are no atheists in a falling down airplane. When everything in our lives goes smoothly, we can sometimes forget about God. But when something goes wrong, God forbid, we run to a synagogue. Today, we constantly hear about the separation of church and state in America. In the modern understanding of this idea, the state is not allowed to support religion in any way. It is obvious from the history that the creators of this concept had a completely different idea in mind. This is evident at least by the fact that they themselves were supporting prayers in public schools, etc. But this is a topic for a separate conversation. So according to this idea, in its modern understanding, can the government pay salaries of clergy for their religious work? You will say, obviously not. Separation of church and state. But in prisons, the state does exactly that. Why? Religious programs to reduce recidivism are 40% more effective than their secular counterparts. They simply don't have a choice. DSM-5, an official manual for mental health professionals published by the American Psychiatric Association, talks about the benefits of religion and pastoral counseling for dealing with depressions. So in other words, the picture is like this. When a person has addictions, has mental illness, or if a person committed crimes, we have no choice but resort to religion. But otherwise, no religion for them. Or maybe, if these people would have had some religion earlier in their lives, maybe they would have not encountered these problems in the first place.